Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 6 properties today, and last night was the world famous Milton buyer class. So I just wanted to thank John and Giselle, Najit, Lubna, Ali, Umesh and Glenna, who couldn't be here, Lindsay and Greg, who also had to work in Toronto, Chari, Anusha, Christina. We had a really fun class last night, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was worth your time, and let's get started with today's listings. 720 Shortreed is at 377.9, and it's a village town. It's the smallest one. It's the Cherrywood or the Ashfield model. It's about 1050 square feet. The front shot's terrible, and the house is actually not bad. With better pictures, I think it would really make a big difference. The crown molding you can barely see in these photos. If you had good photography, the shadows, everything gets picked up better. It's a laminate floor here, but it looks like a pretty good laminate. It's a great street too. Shortreed is, you've got a park basically covering almost the whole south and west part of Shortreed. It's too bad too because it's a good home, but the price is too high. It's not going to work at this price, and it's been sitting for a while, and it's at the point where people start to wonder what's wrong. And the only thing I can see really is maybe an improvement on pictures and definitely the price. Okay, so we have the next one up is over on the Oakville Milton list. It's at priced at $448. It is Wallbrook Crescent, and so unit 1049. Obviously they messed it up, and the actual street address is 1049 Wallbrook, and so it's a Lake Point model. The photos are just brutal. I don't know why. I don't know if the proofing process just disappeared on something like this. It's a little under 1,400 square feet. It's not a bad size upstairs. Like, you've got decent sized rooms and a big deck and an unfinished basement. So for this model, we have seen very good sales, especially towards the end of last year. For right now, when we're seeing townhouses start to breeze up into the 420s and 430s for around the same size, they might have a shot at it. So it looks like it may not be facing Derry, but there are some parts of Wallbrook that actually do directly face onto the busier street. Now, Philbrook isn't too far from the home on Shortreed, and it's at 538.8. It is 1820 square feet. It's the 3-bedroom Shady Glen. Good looking hardwood floors. It looks like we've got the Gangster painting, which is always good, and they could have taken a lot of stuff out of this room just to simplify. And we've said it before in Daily Homes, that may look perfect in person, but if you look at it, even there's like stuff above the fridge and things on the cabinets, probably looks fine in person, but it really messes up your photos. I don't think it's going to affect them too much. The thing that people aren't crazy about in this model is the master bedroom has very little space for your clothes. The closet's very small. It has laundry upstairs. The rooms are all pretty good size, but it's the master closet that you hope for a little bit more. Even this room here, they could have taken a few things off and it would have made a big difference. And nice backyard here. There is a solution actually to the master bedroom problem. You can actually cut into the attic here and you can build a little extra closet. And if you want more information about that, I can put you in touch with someone who actually did that, and it made a huge difference. Now, good head-to-head battle here because Huffman is within $1,000 of Philbrook, and it's the exact same floor plan. This one does not have as many upgrades inside. The carpeted floors, the kitchen really is not as impressive as the other one. There's still way too much stuff on the counters here, so I suppose that's an even head-to-head battle. So there's your ensuite. That's your closet right there. That's pretty much the only thing you've got. They did a bit of wainscoting here. Anyway, the thing about this one is it has 2 features the other one doesn't. The first one is a finished basement. Value on something like that with a bit of a in-law suite, probably $10,000 to $15,000. And you've got a larger property as well, and really no direct, like directly behind, there's not a lot of neighbors, which I think is a very good thing. There's a pool next door, so if you become friends with these guys, maybe you get to enjoy that as well. So overall, I would say I would rather do a little bit of work in this one and have those things, especially the lot, because you can always finish the basement in Philbrook, but you can't really change the position of the property. And at the end of Huffman, there's a nice little park, and it's a good spot for kids. Very quiet crescent, whereas Philbrook tends to get a little bit more traffic. So my vote is this one because of what I see it becoming for a little bit of extra money. Last one for today is 1596 Cavell. Cavell is a very nice street. There's a couple little streets that come off of Trudeau in this section, and I would say they are probably some of the best streets in town. I think of like Arthur's Way and Jarvie and a couple of those other streets there. Wonderful, wonderful, including Cavell. So this home is 3,700 square feet, and it's very, very, very basic. It has separate living dining room. It has a home office, which is right here with the French doors. It has a butler's pantry. It has a family room plus a kitchen. But the upgrades and finishes are not really there. This is probably not, white appliances with a lighter kitchen is probably not to the taste of most buyers. It's just very basic, and I could see somebody coming in here and saying, I'm gonna have to put a lot of money into this to make it my own. Every bathroom has its own ensuite, or every bedroom, pardon me, has its own bathroom ensuite. 5 bedrooms and then 3 full washrooms in total upstairs. There's no finished basement. It's on a pretty standard 50, it's 58. Normally it's 56 by 80. They don't make 56-foot lots anymore. So the impression on the street here is much different than if you went over to another nice street on the west, like Wettlaufer or something like that. The lots are just much wider and there's less homes on the street, even though you don't always get the same depth. Anyway, bottom line is 857. They've got the size to play in this range, but I don't feel like they have the upgrades where somebody's going to pay them 857 for this property. Okay, so that's the list for today. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Milton Daily Homes.